just through Alicia. Yeah. So thank you, Alicia. We appreciate that. Robert. Rob. Oh. Welcome, Rob.
Well, first, I'm excited to be here. I have my good friend of mine, Raul Barragan. We've been friends since junior high school. I spent 8 years in the Navy, active duty. I was a medic and a search and rescue swimmer. When I got out, I attended Sac State. I graduated Sac State with my bachelor's in international business and marketing. And then I went back to the VA, and I just finished working with. I resigned to come here. I was with the VA for 12 years. I did many different things. I was a advanced medical support specialist. When I first started, I worked in the Calvet Home Loans escrow unit. And then I was a veteran service officer. So I did that for 12 years. And then this is what I wanted to be. This is my dream. So I set myself up to have the funds to get me through for the next 6 months, and we'll see how it goes.
Trust.
Yeah. You're gonna be solid. I bring a passion from the heart. I bring honor to the table. You know, I like to do things the right way, do the things the good way, and I see a lot of myself in Keller Williams. So I'm just happy to be here and happy to be a part of you guys. So thank you for welcoming me.
Welcome.
Has Amy for trainings, and I feel like I'm going to learn a lot. So I just started this week, and I'm just hopefully it turns out all right.
Well, I love that you saved up, called burn the boats, and coming over full time doing this full time, because that'll make you go really fast, right? So thank you. Welcome, Rob. Eric, is Eric here?
Eric is online.
Eric is online.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, welcome. This guy, I love Eric. He's a friend of Stephen T. Webb. When we first talked, like 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was a while back. It was about 3 years ago, and I first came in, and I just kind of kept digging away, and then finally set my mind to it, and I did it.
So welcome, Eric. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm actually in a prep right now, but I'm actually in my classroom, and I been teaching for this is my 20th year as a teacher, and I'm trying to move my way into real estate. I'm really excited to start my business and build it, and trying to transition from this to real estate.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you, Eric, and we appreciate the long journey, and now you're here, and we'll see some success.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. Oh, did I get you? Sorry. Joseph? Joseph, tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Joseph. Little thing I like to do, I play piano, play drums. I'm a big musician, but I always had a passion for real estate, and I'm just happy to be here with you guys. I've met so many of you guys. You guys are so welcoming, and hopefully down the line, we can do business with each other, and y'all can teach me some stuff, and I might be able to teach you guys some stuff. So thank you for having me.
Down here. Want to talk about the other one? You put you as a sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Well, as you all know, I'm Kylan Chapman. Me and Joseph have been friends for a while, actually. We met each other in the training with Stephen T. Webb, and I've just been helping him all along. So I'm glad to be here once again, and just thank you guys.
So even as a new agent, you can recruit new agents, right? So it's a good time. All right. Welcome, both of you. Congrats to our new cappers today. Bobby Pearson, so congratulations. Even flip homes is still capped, so yeah. Congrats, Bob. Just closed in December, so this is all of December closings. Harm Atwell 5, Jenny Sapien 2, Bobby Acton 2, Rich 2, Sandra 2, Tom Swan and attorney two. Amethyst, Nada. Yeah, that too. Julie Michael, Savannah Thelma, Vince, Andre, Az, Jose. Congratulations on all the closings. Still do real estate in December. I think my team we're at 6 escrows right now. People still go. We're actually showing 3 buyers today. So go out and do the business. Trust me. You go do the business. Actually, I want you to know open houses are working very well. Did the open house on a listing. 17 groups, 4 appointments, 1 listing, 1 sell by, 2 free buyer appointments. Yeah. So if someone's going to go in this cold weather during the holidays and take the time to go see homes, I think they're pretty motivated. They're pretty motivated. So don't think because you want to shut down, everyone else is shutting down. If there's motivated buyers out there, they're out there looking, right? And all you got to do is find them. And we know 80% of the time they only talk to 1 agent. So that they hire. So all you have to do is be first. So picture listings. Who has listings? No one?
No way.
Oh.
I do. It's listed on December 1st. I have a house over in Woodland in the Spring Lake area. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 169 square feet, 2020 home with paid solar.
Wow.
Lots of upgrades, covered patio, 610.
610. Nice. Brand new home in Woodland, 610. Congratulations.
2 years old.
2 years old. Farm.
We have a couple listings on the market. So we have Winamax, which is in North Natomas across from like South Park by Safeway. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, got a loft. I think it's like 2,000 square feet. Nice home. It's clean. The seller's motivated. We just did a price up to $535. Bring me a buyer. Jonathan's hosting open houses this weekend. Thank you, Jonathan. We have one on Bridgefield, DR Horton, did a price reduction of that to $575. It's priced really well. Built last year, I think it was. It's a 4, 2.5, $575. And then I have one on Ensley, which is the Beezer community on the Cove, right across from the clubhouse. So it's like got a lot premium and everything. It's a 3, 2.5, all builder upgrades. And that one's 6. Sorry. And we have Brian and Jay hosting open houses there this weekend. So either show you a buyer, bring a buyer, and then I have one in North Highland. Sorry, 3-2, 435, nicely updated home with RV parking, literally on the border of Antelope and North Highland. So if you've got someone that wants to kind of be in Antelope but can't afford the pricing over there, this is a nice little opportunity. So bring the buyer.
Thank you, Barb. Congratulations on all your listings. So. Anyone else for listening? Because Rich is here, I'm going to pitch our team is actually tomorrow it goes live. 102 Coffee Berry Court. It's in Folsom. It's about 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet. Great neighborhood. And it's 1/3 of an acre lot. Wow. RV parking. It has a pool as well. And so that is going live tomorrow. That will be at 7:50. It is in the hills, so you have a lot of population. Wide lots, very, very nice. So, do you have any buyers? Anyone else? Picture listing?
I have one in Zoom land.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
Hey there. I have a. That was weird. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, we'll try that again. Hi, I have a mobile home in a senior community in North Highlands. It's a 2-2, just over 1,000 square feet. It's going on the market tomorrow for just under 85,000. It's really clean.
85,000 people.
What's the rent?
What's the lot space rent? Space rent.
It is I believe it's 850. I'm confirming that today.
Pretty good now.
Yeah, right around 850. Yep.
Saw a space rent for like 1,200 the other day. I was like, well,
Well,
congratulations, man.
thank you.
Everyone else, put your listings down. Forever hold peace. Okay.
Zoom land.
Oh, I don't know. Justin?
Oh,
That one?
yep, got another one. Sorry,
Okay.
got a call coming in. Yeah, another one. We've been on for 8 days. Natomas Meadows, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. These were built. This one's built in 2019. Lots of great upgrades. Smart home, very clean. Obviously first owners. That one's listed at $599. We've had a little bit of interest, but nothing solid yet. So bring buyers, please. We had good showing at the open house this weekend, especially on Sunday. So point well taken. And yeah, just looking for some more activity there.
Awesome. Congratulations, Justin. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you. Also
I will
looking
say-
for someone who may be
Okay.
interested in holding an open house there this weekend. Let me know. I'll also
Anyone
make a
wanna
post on
have- hold an
Facebook.
open house? New house, right over here in Natomas Meadows?
Who's that?
Joseph Kaiser wants to, so I'll connect you with Joseph.
I will, I got
Yeah.
it, thank you.
Okay, we got something for you. Okay, so I want you to know, if you are doing listings and they're sitting, you should probably be changing your listing presentation. For example, we had a house that just went into contract in 4 days. We comped the house about $395. We said, you need to move quickly in this market. They wanted to sell by. And so we said, we need to discount the listing because we need to create an auction type atmosphere so people come in and they want to bid on the house. We listed it at 20,000 lower, 375. That's the open house we had. We got a lot of buyers, right? We got appointments. But also we ended up by Monday, we started on Friday, and by Monday we had 4 offers. And we bid it up to 391. So I want you to understand, when you're doing your listings, if you're pushing the high point on the price, it's going to be unattractive. You got to start looking at the comps on the neighborhood. So we went to the neighborhood and I said, hey, look, if you look at October and November, you'll see the pace of pendings. How many house goes pending each month in that neighborhood? And I told her, there's a bunch of listings, but only 2 houses are on average are going pending each month in your neighborhood. That means there's only about 2 buyers coming in every month to look in your neighborhood to buy a home. So if we're going to list, we have to be the best price. We have to be number 1 or number 2 in price and condition. Basically, that means our price has to match our condition in the best way, number 1 or number 2. So if you look at your listing, look at the listings, look at the pace at which things are selling. If you're going to put it at a price versus condition, look at your competition, look at the active homes on market. If you're not going to be number 1 or 2, you're probably not going to sell that house this month. Yes.
Along with that point, I've spoken to a couple people this last week. Appraisers are now starting to do what they were doing in 06, 07, where they're declaring, it's almost like they're declaring it's a declining market. So when they appraise it, instead of taking the sold comps and using those as the benchmark,
Using the pending comp, yeah.
and they're going less. So that's also, you need to think about that when you're doing your listing presentation also and plotting your initial pricing.
And so there's a saying in real estate, if you're in a declining market, you need to lead the market when you list a home. And if you're only going off sold comps to make the price on your listing, they're going to sit like, unless the quality is just amazing. But if you're having if you look at your competition on the active homes on in that neighborhood or that area, and you're seeing equal condition and you're seeing better pricing than what you're going to come to, you're going to lose. And you're going to sit there and they're going to get price reduction conversations and they do that. But if you want to make it, if sellers want to sell in this market, they want to sell now. So just tell them how to do it properly, right? And you can go low. There are buyers out there, just like we did, 4 offers, right? Bid up. You can do it. You just got to go there with confidence on how to deliver that. So, just a little advice, because I know we have a lot of listings sitting right now. I see, so we have a lot of listings sitting without price. So, if you get good at the comps, you understand the market, and you can present well with confidence, you're going to get the prices you want. All right.
We do custom listing presentations too.
What's that?
We do custom listing.
Oh yeah, if you want a nice listing presentation as well, you can talk to our marketing. E&O tech fee. You guys may not know this, but the E&O tech fee is that monthly fee of $95, or sometimes you pay it up front, $950, or sometimes it's paid per transaction, it's $295 for deal. Unfortunately, inflation is catching up with us. And part of that tech fee is actually the fee we collect. We don't even make money on it. It goes to KWRI for the technology. And then the other part of it goes to E&O insurance, paid for E&O insurance. Unfortunately, E&O is getting more expensive because of inflation, because California, and I know our insurance agent can tell you it. Insurance, I'm sure if you ever renewed your auto policy recently or renewed your homeowner's insurance recently, you notice it went up appreciably in price. The same thing has been happening on the E&O insurance side. Same thing on technology. KWI is now raising their technology fee, and we're trying to absorb it too. They're charging us, literally, they charge us a fee for each one of you for the technology, and that's what we collect. So they're raising it $25 per month. So I wanted to note that starting, and this is happening starting March 1st next year. So we have a little lead time. It won't happen in January 1, it'll happen on March 1st. The monthly fee will be changing to $120. It used to be 95, it'll be 95 for January, 95 for February, but in March, it will go up to $120. Okay. We still have the other options, but those prices have changed so that you're aware. You can do the upfront payment is $1,200. If you get 2 months free, January, February free, and then you can pay it up front, no monthly fee. We even can take it out of a transaction. So close and deal, just say, hey, take my thing out, we're good to go. We will take it out, you will have no monthly fee. Okay?
That's the least expensive, do that
This
one.
is the cheapest one, that's what we highlighted. So also we have the per transaction model. For your first 3 deals, we will take $500 out of each deal for your first 3 deals you close a year, no monthly fee, no upfront fee. You have to qualify for this. You must have at least 6 transactions in the last 12 months to qualify for this. You can do this, but that means you have no monthly fee. We're just going to take it out. This is obviously the most expensive option because we have to pay your insurance anyway, and we're going to wait for your transaction money, right? So average, most expensive, cheapest. Understand? I want to let you know, so that was happening. Also, if you haven't delved into Command, I highly recommend it. Anyways, KWI basically did a study and it says this: the average agent who is in Command has 201 more or more contacts in Command, and they are 36 touching that database. On average, they made $119,000 in commission last 12. So the power is in your database. If you can get to 201 people and you 36 touch them, we're gonna have technology. We're gonna have Vince here teaching workshops for you. We have worked super hard and we have made custom KW Sacramento 36 touch programs that will automatically text and email your clients all year, including holiday cards. Holiday emails will go out to them on the holidays. A text will go out every month, an email will go out every month to your clients, as well as they're tied to our events. So we will auto invite you to your clients to our shred day. We will auto invite clients to the trunk or treat for you. The only thing you have to do is the system will prompt you. It'll prompt you they'll put people in your task that says you have to call them for your quarterly call. 4 quarterly calls. The system will drop people in there and do quarterly. And says all you have to do is go to your task, click the task, and say, hey, how's it going? Merry Christmas. Make sense? Yes.
And just for anybody that is in commercial or practicing commercial with RealMax, just know, listen to this. You will have to double database right now, but this is also working for your commercial side. So definitely implement.
Yes, you should be 30 senior such. It's even more important on commercial because commercial is very referral based. So you should be. Just so you know, that sounds too daunting. I don't know how to upload those things. Don't worry, we will have workshops galore. You'll bring it. This Lily workshop. You'll bring your laptop or make this happen. But I know I'm preaching that. But I want to say this: the reason the technology fee is going up is because it is a really robust program. I can tell you, my whole team has moved 100% into Command. We run our whole team operation out of Command. I know Eternity is almost there. So your large teams are running their whole operation out of Command. So if you haven't looked at Command or haven't played with Command at a high level, we will do it for you, but you should start embracing it. It will really help your business, especially in the 2020.
And from the KWRI side, they're working really hard to get RealNext to plug into commercial, to the command side. So sooner than later, actually probably within a year or so, we're hopeful to either have some contact where it loads to the command or where it loads to the office. So get into your systems right now.
Get into your systems. It's vitally important in 2023 that you love your people. Because if you don't love your people, they're gonna go on Zillow and Realtor.com and other agents are gonna love them for you. I'm just letting you know, that's gonna happen. Yeah.
Going back to the and tech fee, we're gonna be sending out DocuSign so you can select your payment option, or if you want to select it today, I have addendums for you that you can sign and turn into me so we can get that done as well.
So if you want to sign it today, super easy. Otherwise, we're gonna send you a DocuSign and then you're gonna get hounded by us. And I don't know if you want to get hounded by us during Christmas, because it's not fun, but we will have.
I have a cheerful voice.
Well, you're gonna shoot a message, but sometimes it'd be like, hey, happy holidays, you gotta turn your phone sign it. So if you want to see Desiree, you can figure it out what you want to do, but remember, it doesn't start till, well, if you want the upfront option or the per transaction, we need to know now. And obviously, the monthly will kick in March 1. Okay. All right, Mark Center events, save the date.
These are exciting.
These are exciting.
There's that 36 stretch.
The one I talked about, which is the workshop, you bring your laptop, we'll do the 36 strips for you. We'll literally, someone will sit there, our staff will sit there with you and say, click on that, and do that, and tag all your people this. And literally all you have to do is get your database in there, and we would help you get your database in there if it's not in there. We will literally bulk tag everybody a couple tags, and your systems will just.
Happening on Monday.
If you wait to after January, it gets harder because these plans are predicated on a timeline of January 1 to December 31st. So if you do it after January, then we have to go and modify things because there's a plan, Happy New Year email is supposed to go out, right? So if you missed those after January, we have to go in and modify the plan because you're not on the 2023 timeline, right? So please embrace it. What?
So for clients or people that you add to your database after that, then you'll have another.
Correct, yes. So we'll have, what you want to do is get your whole database before 2023 uploaded and on this system. Then as say you do an open house and you add people in, don't worry, we have work. This is how hard. Literally it's going to take, we have 4 smart plans. Actually, we have 1 smart plan mastering 4. We have 4 smart plans going just to do this for you. Okay. We also built 20, we built like 26 more because depending on when you onboard, because we have to do it based on holiday time. So depending on that, when you join someone, you're going to tag them differently. You're going to be like January. You're going to tag them as January lead, right? Then they're going to get on a smart plan that only works from that point forward, right? So we have other smart plans that work for you. So we're going to teach you how to tag them, right? There's going to be a bold tag for everyone new. And then as you add people, you're going to tag them new based on the month that they're joining. And then you will get the appropriate plan and we'll start sending it out on the right holidays. Clear? So and this is actually the 36 touch we're using on my team. Literally, it's the same thing. All right, so no way. But I know some of you are tech challenged. So if you knew nothing what I was saying, that's okay. Don't worry. Just come, bring your laptop, and we'll do it for you. Okay, that is happening on 12/19, 10 to 12, 10 to 12 later. Okay. Exclusive Williams broker presentation and lunch. January 4th, right here, 11 a.m. January 11th, first team meeting of 2023. I want to put this, was going to be super fun. This is going to be our first team meeting in January 23. I will say we are going to, we are changing the model of our team meetings a little bit. We're going to do a team meeting, 2 team meetings a month. We're trying to make it a little more impactful for you. So we're going to do 2 team meetings a month through the 2nd and 4th week of the month. We are also going to be, but don't worry, plan on coming every Wednesday because at Wednesday at 11 on the off weeks, we will have a big training for you. So our first big training for you is Cover Your Assets by Robert Brand. As you know, I'm auditing a lot of your transactions and I see poor AVIDs or no AVIDs for that matter, or poorly written, TDS and FBQs. If you want to know how to fill these forms out properly so you don't get sued, or you can, even if you get sued, you can defend yourself well, please come to this training. It's actually our broker here, made it, is a mandatory. So we will actually, if you do not show up, we will send you the video and require you to watch it. And we will track it. Because you need to see this because you need to be compliant with this. Yes, sir.
This is actually going to be happening via Zoom. Robert's only joining us via Zoom, so we'll have it screened here, but if you need to stay at home and do it too, that's okay. We'll be sending out the Zoom link and everything. So he won't be here in person. We will be having it on the big screen, but either way, you gotta go. Whether it's at your house or here, gotta be there.
And I will say, and Bruce can assure this, when the market starts going like this, sellers and buyers start getting a lot more anxious about things, and we're getting more complaints and more lawsuit threats right now, because when the market, when everyone's feeling the pinch, everyone starts pointing at other people for money, right? And you're an easy target. So don't make yourself an easy target, right? So, all right. We good? National events, family reunion is happening in Anaheim. We have a lot of people going. If you haven't signed up, you need to sign up right away because like the hotels are getting filled up. So if you are planning on going, please go. We're going to take a trip down to Anaheim. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have like 30, 50 people there. We'll have a happy hour. Our region does a happy hour as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll learn tremendously.
Hey, are they gonna do daily passes?
Daily? Like one day?
Yeah.
No, it's all or nothing. Yeah, it's not cheap either. It's in the 4-figure amount, so like invest, invest. But I can tell you, if there's one thing you're gonna invest in your training and education next year, family reunion is the best. Trust me, my first family reunion changed everything. It changed how I looked at my business and life. That changed. I said, oh, it needs to look like this, and I got really serious about it.
And this one's here. It's not all the way in
Trust me,
Florida.
that's more important. They go East Coast, Middle of America, West Coast. This is the West Coast version. After this, it goes back east. Oh no, it goes back middle. So now the flights get expensive. Now, like this is a Southwest flight, want to get away, right? So make it real easy.
Market right now, but it's still a. So it's important that you invest in yourself now.
Yes.
You can show up for the client the way that they deserve and the way you know you can. This is a big moment for everybody.
Yeah, actually, the wholesome listing we just got was a sell buy. They actually have an agent they were talking to. They were disappointed the agent wasn't explaining things for the market that they wanted. And then we got referred to them by a friend of theirs. And then because we talked to them and answered their questions they really wanted about market, what's happening, how do you sell, how do you buy, how do you make this work in this market, we got the listing. So it is how you talk. We weren't even the first agent that talked. Right. So actually, the agent that was talking to was the one that helped them buy the home. And they decided not to. So this is a skills-based market, right? If you can't talk to your clients to get them, they want to move, but they have fears, and you can't alleviate those fears with logic, you're gonna struggle in this market, right?
And if you need help having those conversations, come to these courses or come and talk.
Yeah, this would be right. And talk to your coach, talk to me. All right. November awards. So we have our November awards. Before we get to it, so who's? Top 20. Yeah, congratulations. Kimberly. She just works from home and does it. Top 20. Alita Sage. Where's Alita? I saw Alita. There's Alita. If you have not seen the transformation and rise in Alita's career over the last 12 months, you should go talk to her. It has been amazing. She has got serious about her business, and now she is capping and beyond. And congrats on being number 19. Brian Jing, I know you're on here somewhere. Juan Mahano. Savannah's home. Okay, she stays at home with 2 young kids.
Yeah, she just had another baby, didn't she?
Yeah. So I don't want any excuses for me. Okay. I got kids. Pat. Compared to Pat number 15, she has 2 kids at home too. Yeah. Go to a restaurant.
Yeah, she did.
How about you? Exactly. You need some more kids. Taylor Burries, Perez AZ, Alicia Platt. Wow, money. Number 11. Capping in his first year. Gene Perkins, new agent, top 10, thank you. Gene Perkins, Delma Weatherford killing it over in Davis, Jenny Sapien, our very own. And let's remember Eternity here. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We were having an argument, the reason I say we had an argument the other day, like, who was prettier, like, between Rich, John, and myself. That's I said, we were saying who was prettier, remember? You said Rich was prettier.
Oh, man, I surrender.
Format wall, congratulations, number 6. Number 5, Taylor Sudano. Amethyst, number 4, killing it over there. Dennis Elliott, I know you're here. Dennis Elliott, number 3. Did you hit your goals this year?
Yeah.
How many goals? What's your goal?
I think, I kind of had multiple from 20, and then I think I'm gonna top that off at like 25.
Read this month. Right, listen. Michael, and wow!
No.
And not how did you get number 1?
Connections.
Connections, I like that. Networking.
Yes, that's the part, yeah. And honestly, it's 3 deals over $1 million each, so that's why.
Hey, you know, if you want to do it easy, stop your price point.
Yeah.
But you know, I know not all, she lives in the El Dorado area. She's been working hard at upping her price point and her sales in the area, so congratulations, Nana. Very well deserved. So congratulations to our top 20. You have been awesome. $1 Million Club. 1 million. Dennis, Eternity, Taylor, and Palm. Congratulations, over 1 million in November. Over 2 million. Over 3 times. Over 2 million.
Yeah.
And over 3 million. Not congratulations. We have some fun awards for you.
Have them. You have them. There's actual, yeah, you have them.
Come on up, Bruce.
Go on, review them.
You've been nominated for the People Whisperer. I must say, one of the best hires I've ever made. Thank you. Have you interacted with Bruce on compliance issues or anything?
Oh, yes.
Isn't that awesome? Any situation to make it funny. Most. If anyone yells at you, I'm shocked.
No, I haven't been yelled at yet. But I've had some unpleasant people. Not within, I mean, outside.
Yeah. But you know, the gift of a broker is to calm people down in conversation. Back on track. And Bruce, you do that on high levels.
Thank you. Thank you.
The person would like to see a positive in any and all situations. Lisa, you guys may not know Lisa, but she started her new career, and about 4 months into it, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and had to go to chemo and do treatment for a whole year. And she kept doing this. She kept being positive through the whole thing. And so we wanted to honor her, and she's not here today, but I wanted to honor her that she kept her positivity very high through that. And even with us, like even through the market and everything. So kudos to Lisa. She is a wonderful, wonderful woman. Yeah. And Busy Bee Award, it might be meetings, consultation, showing as being a super mom or less, but this person doesn't have the even time for this award. Congratulations, Lindsay. I know she's not even here, but Mark Outwell team, if you haven't met Lindsay, she is always on the run. And I know she puts it 100% in. Parm Atwell team is very lucky to have her. They recruit her. So congratulations to Parm. If you guys don't know Eli is a team leader down in the Elk Grove office. We've asked him to be a speaker. He has a great way of 5 ways to create curiosity in today's market. If you don't get people coming to you in this market, you're going to have issues. So he's coming up. He has, bro, you have owned, he like, how long have you been in real estate? You've owned your own brokerage?
27 years.
27 years, owned his own brokerage for a while,
8 years. Yeah.
8 years, realized it's better to come to KW,
Yeah.
right? And so now he is actually team leader and he's come here to speak with. I'm super happy. He's one of my bros. And if you didn't see him before, this man is like, hardcore.
Thank you. Thank you. How's everybody doing? Okay, I like the music. That's appropriate. Thank you for having me here today, you guys. I want to hand these out. Can someone help me hand these out? So what we're going to talk about today is 5 ways to create curiosity in today's market. Now, how many of you can agree that the market has changed? I know John really well. I know he talks about it all the time, right? Has the market changed? Raise a hand if the market's changed. Come on. So I love interaction. Interaction gives energy to the room. It gives energy to the speaker. So I'm gonna just encourage you to interact. If you have a question, raise a hand. If you agree with something, say amen or yes or yup or yup, truth, whatever you want to say. Right? True story. My kids are like, true story, Dad. I'm like, what? Yeah. Who's heard this one? I'm dead.
Yeah.
What's that mean? What's that mean? You don't know. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Like I'm dying. I'm laughing. And I was like, what is that? I have my 4 kids. They're in the 20s now. So do I have a slide about myself in here? Okay, I want to talk about it real quick.
No.
So I didn't put it in there. I just want to introduce myself a little bit so you know who's standing in front of you. John mentioned I got my license in 1995, which was right before the internet. Yeah. Okay, I remember when the first agent in Elk Grove got a web address. It was the first, I'll never forget it. A friend of mine's name's Alan Wagner. He passed away. Really good guy, Remax. So he's known as Captain Remax. So his email domain was www.captainremax.com. He had that. That was his first one. I couldn't believe it. Back then, contracts were triplicate and carbon copies. They were even 8.5 by 14. I don't know if you guys ever saw those. Okay, I'm just trying to share with you to give you some perspective on what I've gone through. So when I share things with you today, I don't want you to just think, oh, this is some other guy just sharing an idea. No, 27 years of being in this industry, right? Have my own brokerage from 2000 to 2008 in Elk Grove. It was called Americana Realty and Mortgage. Back then, doing mortgages was really simple to do with real estate. It was really easy prior to the crash. But I'll tell you what, that crash messed us up bad. It was tough. A bunch of people went into REOs. A bunch of people went into short sales. We went into short sales. We did very little on the REO side, and I regret that because we crashed and burned pretty bad. Lost the business in 2008. Learned some hard lessons, right? And as I'm talking about lessons learned, I want to share something with you. So real fast, I have 4 children, 20, 22, 24, and 27 years old. 2 grandbabies, 1-year-old, 3 years old, okay? My wife and I almost got a divorce in 2008 because the crash had that much stress on us. I mean, I had 3 locations and I had signed leases. I had signed copier leases, building leases. I had staff members to worry about. It's stressful. And I was a broker and I'm like, I don't think I want to do this again. This is difficult. Okay. It was hard. And we almost lost everything. In 2009, I put 22 transactions into escrow. Guess how many I closed of the 22? Anybody just guess?
3.
2. How'd you know that? You see my notes?
Yeah.
2. I closed 2. I want you to imagine for a second, you put 22 transactions in escrow this year and only closed 2. How would you feel?
Defeated.
Frustrated, defeated, angry. This business is horrible. I don't want to be in this business anymore. These are the kinds of things that were happening. So when I share what I'm about to share with you today, I'm very passionate about it. I'm hyper passionate. I want you to ask questions. I want you to engage because in today's market, we're in a shift. It is not the same shift. Just let me be very clear. This feels nothing like 2006, 7, and 8. I was there. I had a brokerage. We had 35 realtors, 14 loan officers, and 5 staff members. So I know exactly what that shift feels like. This is not that shift. It is a shift though. Let's be really clear. This is a skills-based market. If you don't up your skills game with conversations, scripts, and role play, if you don't have a system in place, you will struggle. And I'll tell you right now, the leadership team here, KW, myself, we want to see you succeed. We want to see your families thrive. We want to see you grow your business. Did you know that in every down market, there are people in that market that grow their business large? That's a true fact. You can research it. They grow it. What is the difference between the people that grow their business large and the ones that crash and burn like I did? Does anybody have input? What?
Effort.
Effort. Thank you. Absolutely. Are you showing up? You're here today. That's evidence of that effort. There's a bunch of people that are out here today. Yes. You know, your friends, your colleagues in this office. This group, we succeed together. This office succeeds together. The more signs and yards there are, isn't it a little easier to take a listing? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? Because by the way, just so you guys know this, I don't know if you realize this, but if you go do a listing appointment and they say, oh yeah, I see KW listings signs everywhere. A lot of times they don't even realize who's on the sign. They will think you have more listings. So by the fact that you guys help each other get more listings, subconsciously, it's easier at that listing appointment. We need to capture this, that we're in this together. That's what I love about KW, because I joined KW in 2015 and I thought to myself, what brokerage do I want to join? I have my own brokerage. I can do this myself. No, I think I want to join a brokerage that's strong, that builds from within. That's this brokerage. That's KW. That's why we're the largest real estate brokerage in the world. That's not by just chance. It's because we support and help each other every day. And I want to encourage you to do that. That's why John invited me here. And I'm like, heck yeah. I want to come share anything I can to help support you guys. So we're going to go through this today. I want to engage with you guys, ask questions, please. Let's talk about this, okay? So here's the first thing. This thing, you guys know this already. As a matter of fact, John Maxwell, I'm a John Maxwell certified coach as well. I went to his training in Florida. It was, by the way, if you want to learn to coach and train people, we have some amazing classes at KW. Train the presenter, train the trainer, right? You can attend to become a better presenter. And that course is not just because you want to be a trainer here. You're actually a better presenter in front of your seller and your buyer. So I would say everybody who can go to those trainings. The staff here, they can give you dates. There's one happening first quarter of next year. You will become better. So I went to John Maxwell's training. And you know what he taught me? Something I will never forget. It's this. Check this out. This is powerful, I'm telling you. The answer is already inside of you. The coach's job is to pull it out of you. Did you hear what I said? The answer is already inside of you. The coach's job is to pull it out of you. I'm going to share things with you you already know. My job today is to share them in a way where you go, that's right. Why am I not doing that? That's right. That does work, right? So when you go to trainings, did you know that going to trainings multiple times is a good idea? Why is that? Someone tell me. Why is it a good idea to go to the same training more than once? Expand your skill set. Yeah. A deeper understanding. Absolutely. Come on, two or three more. Wow.
You always hear something else.
You hear something else? I love that. Thank you. What else? Different season of your business. All true. Because you can only retain so much. I'm going to talk right now for what, 3 hours, John? I'm just kidding. No, 30 to 30 minutes or so, right? And so you can only retain so much of what I'm about to tell you. So to go back to the training again and again, a lot of us have attended Bold 8, 10, 12 times. Top producers in this business in KW have been to Bold more than 10 times. And if you want to know the secret sauce, it really is getting into the room again and again. Somebody said, you're not the same person 3 months from now. Your perspective is different. Who has kids in the room? Raise your hand. Okay. I want to make a point. How many of you told your kids, clean your room, go to school, do your homework, blah, 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 right? And they're like, yeah, Dad, whatever. Come on. Got it. Yes. But then some stranger walks into their life and says the same thing. And they go,
oh yeah, that makes sense. And I'm going, I just told you that, Antonio. He's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, I did. Right? Has that ever happened to someone? Say aye. Parent in the room, right? And that's true of us as coaches. We could say things to you. John, I guarantee you say things to you that when you go to Bold, you go to Mega Camp, you go to Family Reunion, someone on the stage is going to say the exact same thing John said. And you're going to go, that makes total sense. John, why didn't you ever teach us that? And John's dad going, I did. You guys see what I'm saying? So we need to do this. Okay, so the first one is focused on Mindshare. Mindshare is taught in multiple classes at KW. But here's a different outlook on it. I want to share with you. Who has been to Bel Air, Safeway, Home Depot, Lowe's, and entered a phone number into the little pad before you pay? Raise your hand. If you've ever done that. I'm going to say almost everybody does that, right? Why do they do that? Someone in the room, why do they do that? Track your data for what purpose?
Shopping pattern.
Put something in front of you.
Just do your patterns, put things in front of you, right? For marketing, yes, they want to curate an experience for you. That's what they're trying to do. And if they get enough data points in there, they know where to put stuff on shelves. They know what to put at the checkout line. You guys, there's this thing called emotional proximity. Who knows what emotional proximity is? This is really important for me to share the 5 things. I need to first set the mindset on it. What's emotional proximity? Anybody want to give it a go?
That where the candy is next to the checkout?
That's exactly what that is. Okay, yes, exactly. She got it perfect. What is that though? It's emotion. If you want to write, so you have a handout. If I were you, I'd write down emotional proximity. If I was taking notes, that's what I would write down. This is key because you're going to need to create emotional proximity for your farm, for your database, for everything. Emotional proximity. That is whatever's closest to me when I am emotionally moved to make a decision. Whatever's closest to me when I'm emotionally moved to make a decision about something. So whatever, I'm gonna repeat it again. Whatever's closest to me, so when I'm emotionally moved to make a decision, that's likely what I'll choose. That's likely what I'll choose. Emotional proximity. Now, if you want to be a high-level business builder, you need to understand emotional proximity. Because if you're not creating enough emotional proximity, I am. That's why I'll get that business and you won't. That's the truth. And emotional proximity is exactly what she said. That's why they put candy bars at the checkout line. That's why they put chips there. They put the little things. And you know how they know that? With your phone numbers, you track it. What are you picking up in the aisles? They have a candy aisle, guys. Do you wonder, why do they put it at the checkout? Have you ever thought about that? They put it there because you're going to stand there for a minute and you're going to look at it and go, I really shouldn't, but I am a little hungry. And I think I'm going to grab that Snickers bar.
Especially when you have kids.
Oh, especially. Yes, yes. So the question is, how do you create emotional proximity? And that's also called mindshare. That's why they collect the data. That's why being in command is so important. If you're not in command and putting your people, your sphere of influence in there, and you're not consistently connecting with them, how are you going to do that? Think about it for a second. You know, let's talk for 2 minutes about the RAS. Okay, I want to take a vote in the room. Who has never heard about what RAS is? I know a lot of you have. Who has never? Okay, there's a good amount, enough to share it real quick. If most of you were like, I got it, I would just kind of say, come see me after. But there's like 10 or 12 hands up, okay? And I don't know if there was anybody on Zoom, but what the RAS is really fast, RAS, write it down, RAS, you can look it up later for more information. It's the reticular activating system, the reticular activating system. Okay, we talk about it a lot. I guarantee John, some trainers have talked about it here. Just real fast. RAS is, did you know your brain is a supercomputer that collects millions of data points at any second? So anybody in the room that's like back outside the doors, stare straight at me and tell me if you can see the Christmas tree without moving your eyes. Yes or no? Right? Okay, that's of course your peripheral vision, right? Think about this for a second. How many lines and objects you think are in this space we're in right now?
Wow.
100,000s of lines in space. Literally every piece of data in this space Your brain is actually picking it up. It can do that. The difference is the RAS is a small part of the brain that filters out that data and tells you what's most important to focus on. Okay, you need to understand the RAS because mindshare is all about activating someone's RAS. So let's do a quick example. This is an example that's shared in a lot of trainings. If you just bought a red BMW, do you know who's bought a car, sat in the car, and now they see the car everywhere? Yeah. Right? Does that happen to anybody? Yeah. Maybe you bought some really cool shoes or a bag, and you're like, what the hell? I just bought this. How did she get one? Right? And did you know it's always been there? Likely it's always been there. And the brain filtered it out as unimportant. And as soon as you got one, the brain said, this is now important. I will see it all. And it literally opened up the door for your brain to see it. It is one of the most powerful things in our brain that we don't even, as salespeople and business owners, that we can take advantage of in a positive way. Take advantage sounds so negative, right? It's take advantage in a positive way to show them, your sellers, your buyers, that you are in real estate. So I need you to understand what the RAS is. So as we move forward, you can kind of get a concept of what we're doing. Okay, so we have a short video I'm going to show you because who on here does social media? Probably most people do social media, okay? Social media is like the platform right now to get great interaction and bring people towards your business in a very inexpensive, almost free way for the most part. The question I get the most is, how often do I need to do social media? Or how often do I need to do print media? How often do I need to knock on doors? Did you know that the key is to do it every single day? Now, that doesn't mean you have to work every single day. Let me be very clear. You don't not take a day off. Okay, we still need to take care of ourselves and our family, or your marriage will hurt, your kids won't know you. This is important, okay? I know this because in 2009, when I had my brokerage, I would literally sleep at the office. In fact, I was so I wanted to be successful so bad that, and I was doing it for my family, right? That one Christmas, my staff gave me a car for Christmas. Now, I thought it was funny in the moment. Went home, told my wife, and she was not happy. She said, that is not funny. Why did they buy you a car? Because I fall asleep at my desk all the time. There were some days where I would wake up at my desk because the market was crashing and I was freaking out. And I was trying to figure out how to keep us going, right? So I want to be very clear. When I say every day, that's why we leverage systems like Command. That's why we leverage marketing plans, right? This is so important, you guys. But it needs to happen every day. So we're going to watch a video because a lot of people go every day. Like, who would post 3 to 5 times every day in here in social media? Does anybody do that? Okay. Okay. Can I just tell you something about social media that you may or may not know? But social media has an algorithm. What's the first limiting belief? Because I know there's limiting beliefs around this stuff that you think of when you go, I don't want to post 3 to 5 or 10 times a day.
Spammy.
Spammy to who?
Spammy
Right?
to everybody.
To your friends,
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's a good one. What else?
No views.
No views. That's a great one. I'm going to address that in a second. What else? I love it. It's overwhelming. Yeah, in what way? To do it, you mean? Like to produce it and get it out there? Okay, great. Thank you. What else? What other people think? Whoa, worried about what other people think. That's right. That's good. What else? Is there anything else? Before we watch the video. What to post, right? Hey, I don't have any idea what to post. Well, here's the thing. 2 things I really want to focus on. I'm going to show you Gary for like 2 minutes. Okay. Gary, before I go to Gary, 2 things. One was who said you guys were talking about you're spammy, right? Okay, so the algorithm does not show everybody your post. First of all, I hope you know that. Have you ever walked up to somebody, didn't you see my post about my birthday? And they're like, you're like assuming like, you should have saw my post. No, my post doesn't go to everybody, guys. If nobody's experiencing here, I'm going to find like that surprising because it's true, right? And you'll assume they've seen your post. No, not everybody sees your post. The second thing is somebody commented that they don't comment. Was that you?
No views.
Yeah, no views. Don't worry about that. It's not about that. Believe it or not, you can track views. That is important. But you know what's more important? That you're doing it consistently. I have people come up to me and say, oh, I saw your tri-tip video or I saw your Christmas tree hunt video, whatever I may have done, and I'm like, I don't remember them commenting on it. They didn't. Most of society are voyeurs. They watch, not comment. Okay? So here's the deal. You're only going to worry about the activity itself. That's all I want you to focus on. Now, you will get views sometimes. If you do something really good, you get a lot of likes and comments. I'm going to post one today. You're all going to see where who's doing the AI thing that's been happening lately. Have you guys seen the AI thing? Okay. Yeah. It is weird. And I said it is totally weird. I said it to my kids. I sent it to my kids. I'm like, which of these do you like? I pick your top 4. So today, later, if you're in my world, you're going to see a post that says vote which one's the best of these 4. Because who knows in here that we love to give recommendations and votes. You know, my most popular posts are always, where's the best burger spot in Sacramento? Which of these images are better? These are the best ones to get interaction. And then usually within 30 minutes to an hour and a half later, I do a real estate post. Why? The algorithm's causing everybody to come to me. So that's the prime time to do that and then go, boom, here's a house. Boom, you can do this with your lender to get the breakdown. Boom, whatever that next thing is, you just go, it's like has anybody read Gary Vee's books? We're about to watch Gary Vee. Do you guys know who Gary Vee is? Who knows who Gary Vee is? Raise your hand. Oh, okay, I better explain it real quick. Gary Vee Vaynerchuk is in my opinion, the number 1 or number 3. He's somewhere in the top 5 of social media people in the entire world. He's written multiple books, which I highly recommend. One's called Crush It. One's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's all about social media. If you really want to learn how to do it, grab those books, listen on Audible. It's right there, right? So we're going to listen to him talk. So he is someone of credibility. Would you agree? Yeah. And he started with YouTube doing a wine club. And this is years ago, right? And now he's like, if we try to bring him to speak here, it'd be like $10,000 for half an hour, literally. That's how much. So let's watch this real quick. Do I just look at stuff?
The other thing I said just 98% of you can't do it because it's too heavy. It feels too hard. But for the 2% of you that you do this, you figure out what I'm talking about, your business will be massively impacted.
So we're on to day 2. And what we learned about in day 1 was that importance of understanding that everything is hard before it's easy. That it's going to feel strange because you're madly in love with the way that you currently do things. And what we talked about is the fact that you're going to do something different, it's going to feel awkward. And we talked about the 5 categories. So you're already making progress because you already understand that this is a journey of change. So we're going to move on to today's learning. And today's learning is about what Gary Vaynerchuk said. And that is that you've got to become a media company. Everyone is a media company in this new world. And Gary Vee, who had a raving score at ARIC 2017, talked about the fact that you need to document things. You need to actually do a podcast. You might want to write a blog. You might want to actually shoot a video. He actually has a videographer that followed him. Matt Steinway has done that. You might actually just choose to go on Insta and use Story, where 3 times a day you're actually posting on what you're doing. You're not posting that you're eating at a restaurant, or you're not posting and showing off what you bought, but you're actually showing prospective vendors. So Gary, what the biggest, everyone said to me, Tom, tell us, how do we stand out? Like, it's all about the pack. It's all about finding business. I mean,
here it is.
Some of the questions that have come in. If you were in real estate right now and you wanted to attract potential sellers, people thinking of selling, because getting the listing is as hard as getting a buyer.
Yes.
In lots of Australia,
yes.
Right? What would you do to stand out to build your personal brand?
I would do what I'm doing. I would do a vlog, a reality TV show. Oh, you must love this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
By the way, I have a friend who won a contest on Instagram to follow me around for a couple of hours, and he's from the East Coast of Canada in the real estate business, a 24-year-old, and he's been following my stuff and doing quite well. His dad is a real winner in that market. I would be, one thing I always say, if anybody, I'm going to assume a lot of you don't know who I am. I'm sure some do, but a lot of you at 4,000 people are not going to know.
They know you, Gary.
I know, but I know thousands. I appreciate it, but even at Social Media Com New York, half the crowd doesn't know me. People misunderstand how brand works. Don't read what I say, watch what I do. So what would I do? I would start a vlog. Every one of you should film yourself every single day. Now, let's start over. Some of you are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Australia, because all TV shows map around the world, I'm sure you have your $1 million listings, or, I'm sure there's 3 or 4 people on TV that are real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
Good. Do that on Facebook. What I do know about the Australian market is that the Facebook marketplace, the Facebook world, is huge. It's actually better than it is in the US because less people are marketing on it, less people are running ads through it, so the attention's even more valuable. So I would literally, as a real estate agent, do exactly what I'm doing as a CEO of an agency. I'd be documenting my day, and instead of sitting in this table and in cars all day and traveling like you guys see on my daily V, I know you've seen it, others, the people that know me have seen it. Yours would be going to listings. Yours would be sitting with somebody trying to convince them to give you the listing. Here's what would happen. You would build micro fame, personal brand. It's why real estate people have been putting their faces on billboards and bench tops for decades. You want that branding. It's why your face is on your open house listings and your website. I think you need to take it to another step. So how do you do that? You hire an intern, or you pay somebody as little as possible, or you have your son or daughter do it, or you do it on your own phone if you have nobody. Document your day and put it out on Facebook. It would be the #1 thing that would take you. Now you have to understand the advice I just gave you. 98% of you can't do it because it's too heady, it feels too hard. But for the 2% of you that do this, after you figure out what I'm talking about, your business will be massively impacted. I'm about to give you a lot of other answers that will make your business grow 20%, 30%, 15%, 9%, 8%, 40%, but this can make your business grow 500%.
Gary, how important is the video? Do you have to get a proper production company? No.
How much is that camera?
$3,000.
This camera's $3,000 and it's beyond good enough. I mean, you could do it on your phone. These phones are insane. Like these are real video guys.
So Gary, what's your view of the camera quality of an iPhone, like an iPhone 7, versus getting a proper camera? You don't think that should be a showstopper for you no?
Do.
Right.
Just start.
All right, what did you guys hear? Talk to me. I want some ahas from that video.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Video day every day.
Video day every day. Who's gonna video when they leave this team meeting? Who's gonna be walking out like, I just left this team meeting right here, blah, 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 it's amazing. That's the challenge. Every day I walked in here, video when I got here. And I'm about to video again, okay? Because I wanna model, okay? I want what I'm talking about, right? So here it is. I am having an amazing time at this team meeting. Check out this powerful group of professionals. Oh, that'll be up on social a little later today. Okay. I'm trying to make a point. Everywhere you go to show a property today, it should be like, okay, we're here at the property. Get out of the car, get out of the car. Pause that video. Now, I know you iPhone users because I'm Android. Although I'm gonna have an iPhone, it's ordered, by the way, so no judgment. I ordered an iPhone, okay? But with Android, I can pause that video. Can you do that with iPhone when you're recording in the middle?
On the reel.
Okay, you can do it through Reels. So my camera does that. So now I'm going to learn a new way to do it with iPhone. But the point is, make just little snippets. That's how you make. So when you get out of the car, stop recording at the driveway. Stop it. Then walk towards the door. Start recording again and grab the doorknob. Walk in. Stop it. Walk all the way to the kitchen almost. Start the recording again and go, look at this amazing kitchen. Stop it. Go to the back sliding door. Start it, grab the door, slide it open, walk out. Look at this amazing patio. Stop it. Then go to iMovie and put them together. It's super simple. Okay, post that every day, something like that every day. Post when you drive and park here and you're walking to the office, going to the office, about to make 2 listing presentations today, blah, 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 whatever your day is gonna be. Guys, how often did Gary say to do it?
Every day.
Does anybody in here do it every day?
No.
Good job. Every day. Did he say Thursdays? Did he say twice on Sunday? I mean, what did he say? Every day. I really wanted to hit home. Every day. We need to tell our story loud and proud, right? Hey, ask your clients. Sometimes I'll ask my clients, I'll be like, hey, signings, right? Keys. There's so many opportunities. Every time you get their permission. Do you mind if I record this and put it on social? Is that okay? They say no, then I automatically say, can I record it and send it to you? Yes. And then I won't post it because I won't honor that. But I will ask them every time, right? This is an opportunity. So this is step 2, right? First, we're creating mind share. And then step 2 is, how do we create that mind share? How often? Every day. What other things can you post every day? Here's some ideas for you. And if you have ideas, I want to hear them because I love to add to this. But you could do social media, you could do it in person, in print, command, email. This is not just social media today. Every day, something should go somewhere on your behalf to someone. That's what a 36 touch does. You get a print post, you get an email, you get neighborhood nurture, you got a phone call. Why do you think Gary Keller and the team and the largest real estate brokerage in the entire world created a 36 touch? You think there's some credible evidence in there that we need to be talking and communicating with our people as much as possible? Yes or yes?
Yeah.
Preach it, right? Thank you. I got my first amen right there. So I love it. So social media, in person, print out. So there are a number of ways to do this. You have you document your day. We just talked about that. Market of the moment. That's an easy one. What's happening today? Who starts their day on MLS with like a hot sheet? Or have you seen the what's that called, where it says how many new, how many pending, how many back on market? Is it hot sheet?
Yeah.
Market, yeah. So every day you should probably look at that, and at least every other day, comment on it. Pick a point of interest there and comment on it. And do a video. If you don't like video, fine, it's okay. Do an image and post it. Did you know? There's so many ways, you guys, we can do this. And it's funny because I'm a team leader at Elk Grove, and I'll have people come into my office and go, I don't know what to do. My business is way down. And I start with this. Well, tell me what you're doing every day. Like in marketing, what are you doing to market your business? And inevitably, 95% of people are not doing something every day. And I'm telling you, this is the simplest way. Gary just said, what did he say, 2%? Some small percentage of you will leave whatever session he's on with 4,000 people and we'll do it. The rest of you won't. So the question is, are you in the 2%? Are you going to leave this team meeting today and be like, I'm documenting everything? If you want, go look at my social media. I document a lot. I don't document everything, but I do a lot, right? And like I do things, and here's the thing, and jab, 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 right hook, Gary talks about putting things that are non-business related throughout your social media. Because what are the top 3 things that people work with people they know, like, and trust? First, they got to get to know you. Then through your social media with your dog, your baby, your whatever organization you're back, whatever you're doing in life, they get to like you. And between when they get from knowing to liking, the trust is being built immediately, right? There's a trust that happens there. So you got to do it every day. All right. Tell a past client story or someone else's. I like talking about this because new agents will say, I don't have any clients. That's okay. What did John's team do last week? Right? What did the top producers in our office do last week? Tell a story as often as you can. Tell someone else's story. It's called language of real estate. Tell the story that KW, a Stack Metro, has got this many listings compared to the marketplace. Tell somebody's story all the time. A past client story is always good. How about sellers? I got sellers and buyers stories up there. Tax exemption. Who knows about the capital gains tax exemption thing for, if you live in your home 2 years, the last time. You heard of that? Okay, so, I forgot to tell you guys, so I had my tax preparer's license for 6 years. So I understand, yeah. So when the market got slow, I'm still doing real estate, but I needed other ways to find business. So what I did was my dad's a tax preparer, so I said, Dad, I need to get my license and come help you. I'll sit at the front desk and answer phone. Some people look at that, oh, what are you doing? You're going backwards. What am I doing?
Connections.
I'm meeting more people. Every person who called now, I'm like, hi, JJ Financial Services, is Eli. How can I help you? Eli, who are you? I've never heard your voice. Oh, I'm actually helping out a tax preparer today, who happens to be my dad. And I'm helping with his office. And so, yeah, I'm Eli. And then they come in and they meet me because I'm there. I'm working on MLS there. I'm doing CMAs there. I'm doing database stuff there in his office, meeting his people and being friendly and approachable with them and creating mind share. I'm bringing it back. Mind share to his people. So the question I got to ask you guys, who are you creating mind share through in your life that's like that, right? So this tax exemption strategy, who has a CPA or tax person that's your partner, like you have partnered with them, like business to business? Does anybody have someone? Very few. Okay. Tax season's on its way, right? End of year. Here we go. This is an opportunity to grab a tax person and help them build their business and then get on social media and do a post together. Because creating curiosity is about asking questions. It's about saying, like, if I said to you, for example, if I said to you, hey, if you want to buy this $100,000 car, I have a way where you can get that for $100 a month. Even if the way wasn't good, would you at least call me to find out what I was talking about? Right? You would. You would want to know, like, what's the catch? That's good, right? You're going to want to know. How do we create curiosity? We ask questions in the marketplace. We make statements in the marketplace where people go, what's that mean? What is that they're talking about? So you get your CPA, because we're not CPAs, brokers in the room. We're not CPAs, we're not tax preparers, right? So you need to have that professional with you on the post, in the post, or in the image, or on the video, sharing that portion. Yeah, you might qualify for a tax exemption of up to $250,000 when you sell your property per person who's lived in the home and been on title for 2 of the last 5 years. That's the spiel, right? And people don't know that. Did you know? Who in here did not know that? No federal tax, no state tax, no capital gains tax. Who didn't know that? Most people don't know that, by the way. I can't tell you how many people say, well, how much time do I have to reinvest? It's their primary residence. But you may not have to reinvest it. You literally take $250 per person. So a couple, 500 grand, 2 people of profit, not a sales price, profit. And they could go and put it in the bank. They can go on vacation. They can do whatever they want with that. No taxes at all. Now, luckily, that's still in place. That may be gone someday. They could change that law. Buyer strategies in today's market. Who sits down with their lender once a week and comes up with strategies so you can post on social media every single week a lending strategy? Who does that? No one? All right, write it down. You need to do this every week. Get a strategy with your lender and post about it. Get a strategy from your lender, send out a postcard to your farm. Get a strategy from your lender and knock doors every week. If you really want to build a business, this is a skills-based business. That's what we're talking about right now. Okay? All right. Okay. So let's talk about a marketing calendar real quick, because a lot of people, when I do this, they go, well, what do I do? What do I do? And how do I do it? So I'm giving you a basic concept of a marketing calendar that's simple. You could change this. You don't have to do this. I'm just giving you an idea. Because with my team, before I became team leader, this is what we did. Now the team still does it just without me, because I'm being a team leader now. I help them a little, but there's a Monday market update. People get used to seeing your stuff, by the way, if you do that. Tuesday, local info. What's local info? What am I talking about?
Events.
Yeah. Right? Like the Christmas lighting ceremony. We're in your city. Elk Grove, we have a big one downtown with Dickens Fair. Right? Best place to get a pumpkin. What about free gift wrapping? Is there any free gift wrapping around here? Any free gift wrapping around this area? Okay, let's see who does this. My team does this every year. We post on social. I'm about to post today. You'll see that too if you see my stuff. Okay, that this Saturday for 4 hours, we're going to be in our market center, and we've sent this to our whole sphere of database. We do free gift wrapping the week before Christmas. And we tell them to invite their friends and family out. And we have cocoa and cookies, music going, and the fireplace on the screen. And I have a whole deal. We've been doing it for 4 years.
See you Saturday.
Come on by. Come on by. Yes. You're all invited. You're all invited. But it's the most powerful thing, right? It's like you're adding value to their life. And you're creating moments of mind share by giving them value. You can do this, guys. Someone needs to do this week, next week. It's not that hard. And just shoot it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Progress over perfection. Get it out. Just do it. Someone said, just do it. Right? Get a little image together, put it out there, and just get some paper from Costco and just be here with a lovely charcuterie board or something. Right? That's amazing. So that's an event. Okay, Wednesday's live at a property. That's where you do a video live at a property. Now, if you're nervous about doing a live video, don't put it on yourself. Just put it about the house. That's it. Just walk through the house live. Talk about it for 2 minutes. Don't go too long, okay? That's it. Don't go too long. You go too long, people are like, okay, moving on. Moving on, right? So you want to talk about the house. I always start with me, and then I show the house, and then I walk in the door. I go live on that every single week. I don't do it now. Like I said, I'm not doing that, but I was for a long time. Going live at a vacant property somewhere. There are vacant properties, right? Right now. Go live at a vacant, every single week, go live at a vacant property. And by the way, please don't, this is a path of you. Don't go like this, you're going live and it's facing you. Do not walk through the whole house with it facing you. The people don't want to see you that long. They'll see you for a second. They really want to see the kitchen. They want to see the backyard. You want to get people's curiosity peak. Do it every week. Now, broker little tip here. KW, DRE number on every single post, on every video, on every image. Okay? We get in trouble for that if you don't do that. KW, your DRE number, and KW. Very big deal. But you should do this every week. What about Thursdays? Happening this weekend posts. Anything cool happening this weekend? Does anybody know about anything cool happening this weekend?
Like a snow thing in Roseville.
There you go.
I actually saw Yvonne post about that.
Yep.
She was interested, so it came up on mine.
Yep.
What am I doing this evening?
So again, there's got to be things you guys can do. This is a layout. You can write. I don't know if it's in there. It might be on there, right? Is it on there in your paper? The 5 days. Get the page 2 maybe. Second side.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Friday night out on the town. If you go out Friday night or somewhere to go Friday night, that's a cool thing to post. Saturday is always a food post for me, no matter what. It's an image. Did you know you could take pictures of food? Like I took pictures of a really good steak at Ruth Chris the other day. I'm not going to post that yet. I'm holding. Because you can collect photos and videos and you can get those out. You aren't going to know I ate it last week. Why do we get stuck on that? Like we have to post it right then on the spot?
It's funny. I realized you did that because one time we were together on things and you took a picture and then it was posted like a month later. And I was like,
There it is. Yeah. Because no one knows. Except for you. But you should grab footage like that. Someone should have took a picture of that and post that sometime. Doesn't have to be today necessarily, but just being intentional, right, on doing things. A gratitude post on Sundays is awesome. Most people are resting, they're going to church, they're with the family. Even if we're working, we're resting that night, right? We're doing something. Gratitude is a big, powerful way to connect with people. So do a gratitude post. Who's read The Go Giver? Has anybody read the Go Giver book? Okay, write it down. Right now. Everybody please write it down or go on your phones. The Go Giver is my #1 top favorite book of all time. The cool part about The Go Giver, it's a short read. Audible, it's less than 2 hours, I think. So good. Live your life like the Go Giver, and people will come into your world, I promise. A lot of what I'm sharing with you comes from concepts that I've learned in there. So, all right. Oh, wait, before I move on, any questions on this? Any thoughts? Any questions at all? Yes, sir.
Your recommended time frame for these clips? 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds? And I know at 90 seconds, there's like tap.
Yeah, so I would say 60 seconds or less for most. At the same time, I've done really long ones like our Christmas tree hunt. If you want to go find that, it's 2, 3, 4 minutes long, but it's very interesting. Like I'm being silly, if you keep people engaged, they'll watch a 3 to 5 minute video. But most people, most days, it's under 60 seconds. Short and sweet, yes.
So those are when you first are on Facebook. What's about the business?
I actually do both. Good question, though. Great question. Because on my personal, I think I have like 4,800 people, friends on Facebook. So I still put it there, but I also put it on my business page, which has like a few thousand maybe, not quite as many. I share it over. Yep. And it depends on what it is, Because see, here's what happens. I'm sharing on my personal. You guys are interacting with whatever I'm doing. I'm cooking a tri-tip. I'm barbecuing a turkey. These are all things I did in the last 60 days. Barbecuing a turkey. I'm doing a Christmas tree hunt, right? And then in the middle of all of that, I go, we're doing a gift wrapping thing at my office, real estate office, real estate, right? In the middle of all that, I go, here's a landing page through command that I'm showing off my friend Anna Lynn's listing, one of the top producers in my office. And I throw it in there, right? Because I want to attract people to it, but I want people to interact with me because we all interact more when it doesn't feel salesy, yes? So that's how you do the like and no part. And then the trust is built where you can offer real estate in the middle. So I do it all across the board. And it's kind of random. Sometimes I'll do it because I have Instagram business, Instagram personal, same thing on Facebook. So it's up to you to decide, but I usually share across the board if I think it's interesting to know. I hope that helps. Any other statements on this before we move to the next slide? We're almost wrapping up. Okay, I hope this is helpful, guys. So as it happens, this is stuff that happens in the moment, right? Just sold a house, just listed a house. I did a signing. I gave keys. I love videos and pictures when I give keys. Now, pro tip. Listen to me. Listen, Linda. Listen. Please hear me loud and clear. When you take a picture of someone at a house, it's not about the house. It's about the people. Because you're hopefully going to tag those people and everybody they know is going to go, look at them. The house can be in the background. So here's what I instruct people because I teach a class on this. You need to stand in the streets. If you want the house in the image, you're going to stand in the street or near the street. Careful. Okay. Your clients need to be almost 6 to 10 feet in front of you, not at the front door. Don't do that. When you do that and you push them to the front door and you want the whole house in the image, you've lost their faces. Why do we keep doing this? I see it all the time. Like it's not about the house, it's about the people. We love the people. I love seeing my brother smile when he bought his first home. I remember this one that got really tons of, it was a lucky shot. Like I didn't even think it was going to happen. So this couple had their little baby, like maybe 1.5-year-old David. And we're in front of the house and we're taking pictures for fun. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to hand you guys the key and I want to take a picture. And they were totally cool with it. And I put the key out and the couples there holding David. David reaches out for the key. It's one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken. And I take it like this, and it's David's clear, the parents are a little blurred, and the key's clear. That was amazing. See, we need to create moments like that any chance we can, because now it's about David, the little baby. And everybody was like, oh my God, it's so good. That's literally what happened. So you need to be looking for that. This actually is part of our job. We're marketers, right? We are marketers or hire a marketer, but you're still out there getting the footage. You're getting the photos, right? So these things happen every day. Wish your clients happy birthday, home anniversaries for past clients. Those are things to post about. You want to comment every day, every chance you get. Okay. Landing pages, you guys know about, who does not know what landing pages are? Raise your hand. I'm really proud of you guys. Everybody knows what landing pages are. All right. So who posts a landing page once a week? Anybody in the room, raise your hand. What? So nobody does it once a day then. Does anybody do it once in a while? I'm looking for once in a while now. Okay. The landing pages are pretty cool. I like landing pages. I think there's a better way to do it, which is go to your website, find the property on your KW website, find the property there, take that URL and post it on Facebook. Here's what happens. It goes straight to that listing. When they click on it, it goes straight to the listing. And your website. I think it's better than the landing. I like landing pages. We do landing pages. But I think that's another way to do it.
Yeah, we post it.
Yep. Yep. And don't get caught up in if it looks good or not. Okay. Again, you just do it. Yes, ma'am.
What if you don't have a listing?
Oh, that's a great question. The good news is we're starting up with MLS, which has a reciprocal agreement. We can share anybody's listing anytime without permission. Did you guys know you all signed something that said that was okay when you signed up with MLS?
Our broker would say this.
Okay, now, here's what happens, okay? So brokers in the room, okay? So check it out. Let me be very clear. You cannot download their photos and repost them. That's illegal. But if you go to the MLS app, check this out. MLS app, you share from MLS directly from it. It pulls it all through and it says listed by so-and-so Remax. So you need to do it through, when you do it through KW Command, it pulls it all through and it shows listed by so-and-so. So that's the key component, what he's referring to. You cannot arbitrarily post it and make it look like yours. That is not okay.
And you can't copy their pictures.
No.
Put them on a flyer. And
Absolutely not. You can get sued for that. 100%. Does that make sense though? So when you go to command and you go, I want to add a listing to a landing page, you can add anybody's listing. It gives you the option to add anybody's listing. They didn't do that arbitrarily. They know through the IDX feed, it's going to pull all the data, including who the listing agent is. Otherwise, Gary Kell and the team would not have put that in play, right?
So if MLS is connected to my landing page and I post it from MLS, if they click on it, they'll go to my landing page.
Yes, because what's happening is, think about it like this. When you go to Zillow, I'll go to Zillow. And I know some of you have, okay? So if you go to Zillow and you click and you look at, there's a listing there, right? It's not Zillow's listing, correct? Okay. Zillow did not reach out to us and ask us, by the way. Did they ask you to put your listing there? It's automatically there. Yes or no? Pictures are automatically there. Yes or no? It also says listed by Eli Galindo and KW there. Yes. It's exactly the same concept. It pulls the data through an approved reciprocal agreement through IDX. That's okay. You cannot pull things off into your computer device and repost. Illegal. That makes sense? Is that good clarity?
That's why you can have it go directly to your website. It will say, this is a listing, it'll say Metro List, it'll say this.
Correct.
courtesy of.
Yes, yes, correct. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so you can do other people's listings. You can, if you want to be, you can call them as a courtesy, say, hey, I'm gonna, but you don't have to. I'm telling you right now, they can get angry if they want. I told people, you're welcome to call MLS and check and call me back.
It will be easier if you probably post our listings in our office.
Right.
Because we have a ton of listings, you can just choose one.
That is absolutely.
Because that way it's easier, you know,
And you're promoting it, which is a great idea. Okay, love it. Thank you for the clarification. So I would do this every day.
Every day.
Every day. Here's the deal. If you post enough other stuff, jab, right hook says it's fine to do a real estate post every day. It's not okay if that's the only post you do every day. Do you understand the difference? It cannot be the only post you do every day, because then it is salesy and it is too much. But if I do one, get my hair cut at the dentist, doing the dog, this is my dog, this is my meal. Oh, look, this is a beautiful tree, right? Whatever you want to do, then you've earned the right to put that in, okay? You want to up your business? I'm telling you right now, Gary Vee just told us every day. He didn't say, remember, we didn't say once a week. He didn't say that, did he? Okay. Now, these are just some basic hashtags that we use. You can create whatever hashtags you want. There's a lot of discussion about which hashtags are best. You want high-level hashtags, low local hosted hashtags. It's up to you. We just picked some that we thought were some big ones, some small ones. We have a mix. There's a whole theory around it. You probably had social media people here talk about it in the past. Do what you want to do, but please do something. That's my point today. My point today is do something every day, right? And I want to challenge you guys. Like, I want to see who does a video or an image today and tag me in it. I would love to see that, because that would make me very proud that you've started that process, because it takes action. You got to get into action. Do not wait. Do it today. And if you're not comfortable, do a thing of the tree and the charcuterie board. Don't do you. That's fine. You don't have to be in the video, right? If you're comfortable, do it. But these are some hashtags that we use. And what I want to do to end is, first of all, ahas about all this stuff I just shared. And is there any input, thoughts, comments, or questions, because it's 1:35, that we can wrap up with. Because I really want to make sure you guys got huge value today. I really want to make sure you captured the concept of every day creating mind share to bring people into your world. And so before you answer, I want you to think about ahas and questions, but I want to share one quick story. I'm going to give you a little bonus material here. It's not in your stuff, I don't think, but what would it look like? So who in here farms? Farms, okay. Are there any title people in the room? Escrow and title? Okay, great. So here's the thought process that you guys can also use when you're talking to agents. And I know some of you've heard this, but who's heard about being the mayor of your town? You heard that comment? Okay. Here's what I want you to start to think about. What would it look like if you were the mayor of your farm? Okay. Here's what most people do when we do farming, because I've been in this business a long time. I know this is what happens. They start to send postcards, mailers, maybe a golden letter. Maybe we knock on some doors, and that's about it. True or false? That's mostly true, right? What if you became the mayor of that farm? What does that mean? And when you read the Go Giver, this is going to all make sense to you, okay? Becoming the mayor means this. You host things at the local park. You go to the local business around the corner. I have an agent that's doing this at a high level, and I freaking love it. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. He goes to the local strip mall that's like literally outside of his neighborhood, and he went into all those businesses to meet the owners. And he said to the owner, hey, John, I'm Eli. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. I'm a local business owner just like you. And I'm trying to build my business. One of the ways I do that, John, is I want to help you build your business. I farm the neighborhood behind your store here, and I send them newsletters. I send them postcards, and I want to start sending them stuff for you. Okay, check this out. This is powerful. So what he does is he'll come to that person once a quarter and say, John, what's the special that I can offer the farm this quarter? 20% off the pizza? Great. Give me the coupons. I'm going to put it in. Okay. What he's doing is he's building trust with the business owner. Let me ask you a question. We all know what an influencer is, yes? Okay. In a room, when you walk into the next holiday party or you go to Starbucks later today, I want you to stop in the back of the room, stand there and watch the room. Be very intentional. See, this is E2P stuff, what I'm teaching you right now. Very purposeful. Stand in the room and watch who's the influencer in that space. How do we recognize an influencer in a space? What are some ways? People around them? Very outspoken?
Other people are watching.
Other people are watching. That's a good one. Those are good. Those are good. What else? They command attention. They walk around the room. Well, hey, man, good to see you, dude. How you been? Nice seeing you. Thank you. Right? Smile, and they know people's names, right? The barista goes, oh, hey, Henry, good to see you again. You want that? You got the grande, blah, blah, blah. Pay attention, my friends. Pay attention. Who is the influencer in the space? You're going to get to know that influencer and build a relationship. That is the key to multiplying your database. Who's the influencer in the farm? Who's the influencer in your city? Who's the influencer on the city council? Who's the influencer on social in the area? You need to connect with those people, build relationship with those people, because that's like me sitting in my dad's office meeting all his people. It's multiplication. It's not one-to-one. I do believe in door knocking. I do believe in cold calling. But if you want to go, that's one-to-one. That's addition. If you want multiplication in your business, go to an influencer, meet them legitimately and authentically, get to know them, and watch what happens as your world goes boom. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Do this.
Do this. Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
even a real estate agent.
I'm just really passionate about this part. Like, and the coolest part is it's very rewarding. Because when my agent in my office goes and does this, you know what he does? Remember I said a community event in the park? His quarterly events are in that park. Here's what he does. All those people he built a relationship with in that strip mall, he invites all of them to put up a booth at the park for free. It's a permit, of course, depending where you're at, right? He'll do movie in the park. He'll do Santa in the park. He'll do whatever he can do. He does that and invites his whole sphere of influence database, and he invites those businesses, and he puts a poster up in the business to say, invite all your clients too, John. Do you see the power in that? So, yeah. Any questions or comments? Any ahas so we can close up? I know we're overdue. I appreciate you guys and your time. Yes.
I would just like to say that it's probably the most valuable training I've had this year, for me personally, because I document a lot of my day already.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to grow on other like TikTok and things like that. So I've
Yeah.
just been telling myself, post every day, post every day, post every day, even if it's not good, even if you don't think it's good. Do it anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this is really valuable. to me.
Thank you.
very much.
I appreciate that.
And
very
also, will
much.
you make a video with me again?
Yes. I'm all about it. Let's play it. Let's do it.
Both that bowl. Bowl is really great, don't get me wrong, but I think this just went even deeper, you know, to like, okay, this is really touching ground of where I need to be,
Yeah.
you know.
Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that, guys. Anybody else? Any comments, aha, thoughts, anything at all?
Because I can do it.
That's perfect. I love that. Leverage that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Did you know, real quick, did you know I hired someone for $600 a month to do 20 posts a month for me? Independent contractor. She'll come record me and then post them on my reels. So a lot of stuff on there is from her, but I'm in them. So you can do something like that too. Can I get my water bottle? Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned
Thank
that you have to put your broker and your DRE on there.
Yes.
For videos, just that's a mechanical question. How do you do that? Is it, you need an editing software or are you talking about in the verbiage?
I put it on the image itself too, in case the image ever goes somewhere it shouldn't.
Okay.
I recommend that for security and risk management. So it's simple. I mean, on my Android, I do it a certain way. iPhone, I can do iMovie real easy. Just the video's done, bring it to iMovie, do a text, little image text on the bottom, and add KW and your DRE number before you post it. You can also, I use software, but I don't think it's an iPhone software. It's called ProCut, but I don't think it's super simple. I just did one right now and posted it and tagged this office before I got up here. So, yeah.
So how do we follow you?